Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Just a real quick note. I am curating new course material, okay? The later you cop, you'll regret it. The earlier you cop, the better, because the price will be a lot lower at first. But yes, I am curating new course material, and I will have a survey or a form for you to fill out in order to, for you to make suggestions if you would like. All right, but just putting something together so that something new and fresh. I still have the one that I have available, but I'm switching platforms and everything. So just putting some new stuff together. So whatever suggestions you have, I'll have a link in the description that will allow you to fill out if you desire to be a part of the community and you want to give some feedback. All right. So thank you so much. So today, what I'm going to go over is Wild Ones by Darius Rucker. And those of you who don't know who Darius Rucker is, he was actually is the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish. So he that's more of like a country genre, but he did a solo album which was more so like on the soulful side of things. Okay. And this song was actually requested. Okay. And I forget my man's name. Let me make sure. This was Anthony Thornhill actually requested this. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Anthony, requesting this. So, yeah, we're about to get started. And yeah, let's do it. So this song is actually in the key of B flat major. All right. Even though it's playing mainly minor chords, it is, I guess more appropriately, it's in C Dorian, so C Dorian is the second degree of B flat. So the chord that is being played, it starts on a C minor seventh. All right. So that's where we are. So I'm not going to do any charts today. I'm literally going to talk through the chords and I'm going to show you where it is. So if you already know your minor chord shapes, this will be pretty straightforward for you. So in the third fret right here, we can pretty much bar that, and your middle finger is on the fourth fret B string. Ring finger is fifth fret on the D string. All right, in this sound. That's where the first chord is. And I'm going to show you the second chord, and you're pretty much repeating that motion again, okay, but doing it on the fifth fret. So here's the C minor seventh and the G minor seventh, which is the sixth of B flat major. So B flat is here. It's right here. B flat. Here's the G minor seventh. You could also play the add nine. And then the 3 is actually D minor seventh. Okay, so you're using that same shape that you do on the C minor seventh. Just go up a whole step. You skip one fret, whole step right here. Then on the 7, you're actually going to play a minor seventh chord. So it's not an F over A. It's not an F major over A like this. You're actually going to play a minor chord, and this minor chord is not within the key of B flat major. It's not within that. Okay, one of the notes is actually off. So this is the minor seventh. So the whole progression is this. there's a way that you play it. You know, it's just not, even though that does work. But yeah, that's not how you play it though. It plays a couple of hammer-on pull-offs, whatever you want to call that. So you play the chord and you hammer on, right? You do the little pinky thing. Oh. So you do that. Okay, that's pretty much what's happening when you're playing the chords, and you're doing that over all the chords. So you're kind of doing that on all the chords. On that last one, it sounds like they chopped it off or something like that. So I'll just play whatever on that part. Okay, so, and right now I'm just playing the root of the chord. I'm not playing the full chord, but they do play the full chord. I'm just doing it just so that you can hear the articulation. I really just learned this song. I'll play the whole chord. So that's pretty much how that is right there. And that's the majority of the song. And there is a bridge. There is a bridge to the song. And it hangs on that C minor seventh. And then it does a horn part. It goes. And the part when they walk it up, they actually play the D. And this is like a unison type line. So they play the D, which is the 5th fret on the A string. Then 3rd fret on the D string. 5th fret on the D string. 3rd fret on the G string. Alright. So they do that. And then toward the end, it actually goes to the 5, but it's like a sus 4 chord. So it sounds like then it goes to the E flat, D sharp. Then that last chord is sort of like an organ type vibe. Okay. So I'm going to play the drums so that you can actually hear the context. Okay, the context is important. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I thought people was going to be jumping on. I guess not though. That's all right. So let me go to my screen. All right. So I'm playing these drums so that you can just hear the context of the actual rhythm. It's sort of like a mid-tempo type song. About 85. I think I got 85 BPM. I think it's 84 or something like that. So here's the context. I'm going to play the actual bass line on guitar, and then I'll fill in the chords after that. So here's the bass line. And then with those chords, you're actually going to fill in the minor 7th voicings with those chords. Okay. And here they are. Okay. Now that other part is the little fill-in part. Okay. It sounds like this. Sorry. that's pretty much how you play that part of the song. Now, you know, most people are actually pretty familiar with how to do those hammer-ons, but the way that you do it is actually, and this is common when you're playing minor seventh chords, okay? Just that particular shape, because all the shapes, you kind of approach the hammer-ons a little differently, okay? When you're in this position on the 3rd fret, your index finger is barring the 3rd fret. You're playing that bar chord. Your pinky is hammering about 3 frets away from where you're barring at. Okay, so it's hammering on the 6th fret. All right, so you're here, but you're hammering here. Okay, so on the C minor 7th, you will hammer at the 6th fret on the high E string, or whichever note it is. It's either the high E string or the high B, but both of them work. Both of those work. And then you play the G minor 7th, and you're actually sweeping down. You're sweeping down, and you stop at the note, the string that you want to actually do the hammer-ons. So you play the chord like this. You don't have to play the full, don't stop. What's the best way to say this? If you're not going to hammer on that string, don't play like that last one. Don't play that last one unless, if you're going to play it straight, play it straight. But if you're going to do that, you got to actually play the string. But if you're not, stop on the string that you're going to do the hammer on, okay? And the actual rhythm is like a triplet type thing, like so like sometimes I hear people just, and they're not taking timing into consideration. And I'm actually being kind of sloppy with it myself, to be honest with you. But 1, 2. So it has to have that timing element into it, okay? So let me go back, because I want you to actually see what I mean. I kind of did it, but I just want to show it. Okay. So just so you can get an idea of the timing. Alright, so that's pretty much how that timing goes. So it does that on all the chords except that very last one. So like I said, on the last chord, I don't know what they play. It's almost like they sampled it but chopped it off. So I mean, but those are the chords though. But yeah, that's pretty much how you play the main chords. Now on the bridge hangs on that C minor 7th for a minute. So it goes, let me play that right. That sus4 I was talking about. So let me play that in context. Which sus4 do I want to play? That's the question. That is the question, because I can play it in a couple of different places. I can play it five. I can play the F sus4 right here. Now, if I play an F sus4, you don't have to play the low F. That don't sound good. But this is the F sus4, because when you resolve, it goes. Or you can play it here, or you can play it here. So you can play it either way. So then when it goes to the F, that's pretty much all it does. It doesn't do anything real special, but that's what it does on the actual bridge. I had to change to my other pickup. And y'all, if y'all are peeping in, you can say something. Y'all ain't gotta peep in and just say nothing. But anyway, let me see if I can get the right context. It's hard to play those chords, so let me play it this way. And sometimes when you're playing chords, it's like, since there's more than one way to play chords, you got to figure out which one is the best to play based on where you're going to go after that. So if I'm playing this chord and I'm coming way over here, it might not be the best for me to do that. I messed around and did it okay that time, but so let's go again. And the last chord, and play it again. Again. Yeah, but the chord is pretty much going from that C minor 7th to the F sus4, then it's going to a E flat major 7th, then it's going to a D. It's like a D minor. What kind of chord is it? Maybe it's just a regular, yeah, I think it's just a regular D minor 7th. It's just a different voicing code. So instead of, because it's playing that octave, yeah, it's just a regular B minor 7th. It's just a different voicing. So instead of this, you're playing this. And it sounds a little bit fuller, okay? But I admit, those organ chords on guitar are a little tricky for me. Those are a little tricky for me. And I have to really like practice those. So when I'm going from here, it's interesting how you can play the same chord right here, but you can play it also here. It's just a different voicing. That's all it is. Okay. But I mean, that's pretty much the whole song. It literally, that verse, that's what it does. And I'll play it again in context. Sometimes I feel funny when I'm playing because I can hear it through the mic too, and it sounds and feels funny, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. It won't sound as funny. Turn my mic down. Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds better. Yeah. I had to turn the mic down while I was playing it because I can hear my strings through the mic. That it messes me up a little bit. And then back to and let me say this too, for those of you who are peeping in, I know some of y'all are like in and out. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Okay, feel free to ask, because I'm kind of just I've done the full lesson already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of talking to myself a little bit, but I'm also talking to those of you who will come on, who will watch the replay. Anyhow, back to the bridge. I'm going to go over the bridge again. All right. Then it goes back to the regular chord progression. Brian, what's going on? Oh, let me stop the joint real quick. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, let me know if you got questions or just a comment or whatever. You probably already know the song. You might have some input for me. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much how you play the song. That BPM is roughly 84, 85 BPM. And it is, if I were to just give it a technical explanation as far as what key it's in, I can tell you the chords, but like the technical way of explaining how to locate it, it's like a C Dorian vibe. Okay, the reason why I say that is because the Dorian mode is the second degree of B flat major. Okay, so it does have like a minor feel, but it's like a C Dorian type feel. Yeah, that's cool. That's what's up. So you know him personally? But yeah, that's pretty much the feel. Now to recap how to reference the modes and everything. Here is B flat major. So that's B flat major. You can also find it here. But if you were to play the major scale, so if you play the major scale and you count to the 2 is the Dorian. So here's the Dorian. And that's where you play the C Dorian chord, that C mode, whatever. And that's why I say it's in the, some would say, well, technically it's C Dorian. Okay, well, I could also say it's in the key of B flat major. You're just starting from the 2 or from the C minor 7. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Someone actually requested this song, and I remember hearing the song years ago. I think it came out like 15 years ago when he actually like released it, and he wanted to do something that was more him. Even though he is a country singer with Hootie and the Blowfish, he wanted to do something more soulful. So it definitely has like a more of a, somewhat would call it neo soul. It has a more neo soul vibe, or a more soulful vibe. And actually hidden, to be quite honest with you all, one of the most effective ways, I don't hear a lot of people talking about this. This is why I talk about it quite a bit. But one of the ways that I learned how to play guitar was by doing this very thing. And I actually got a course where I'm teaching this way. I'm using this method because I can actually track my progress a lot better. And a lot of times we don't have a tool, we're told to just practice. And while I think that is fine, if you pull up a recording software like Logic or Audacity, whatever, a free software on your phone, and record it and play it back, you can actually hear yourself back, and you can hear it for real. So in my course, I'm basically showing like its effectiveness as well as these tutorials. So I do it for free as well. But if I were to record, like say right here, if I record, let me pull up a channel and let me do this real quick. Dog, you know what? I don't have this set up right. Boom. I got the wrong interface because I'm using another interface. All right. And there are my inputs. Okay, here we go. Boom. I think I'm here. Let me see. Where is it? 11? Yes, 11, 12. Right there. But anyway, I know y'all like watching me click around. But if I were to hit record on this, then I could actually just making sure you can hear me. So let me do this. And I can play it back. I can already tell you I don't like how I did that. But I can still play it back and I can hear myself. So, it's just, I kept doing that over the years. And just, it went from playing one progression or one chord to multiple chords. And then I just kept doing it better and better. But see, now I wanna do it right now. Oops. It's like I gotta do it right before I go. Let me see if I can do it. All right, let me see how that turned out. I think that was okay. Yeah, so I mean, that was all right. I don't have my tone the way I like it. I'm giving all these excuses, right? Let me get a better tone. Let me see if I can. How does that sound? Yeah, I like that tone better. But anyway, that's just for like demonstration purposes. That's not to really spend time on it unless I'm requested to. But that is definitely one of the ways that I like, why is that even showing up? That's definitely one of the ways that I practice, as well as do a lot of stuff. I measure progress. I play with a metronome. I put songs in there and slow them down. I do all types of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that I encourage other people to do as well. If you're learning guitar and you feel like you're getting stuck, like, this is way to not be stuck. It's just one way. But I got so many ways to show how to not be stuck on learning, stuck at learning guitar. I have like many different methods or whatever. And so for those of you who are like popping in and you're popping back out, I'm going to have like a survey or a form to fill out, and I will put it in the description, and it's not in there now. But after this video, for those of you who are interested, this is only for people who are interested. If you ain't interested, I ain't talking to you. But if you are interested, I'm curating a course. Okay. A lot of times on YouTube, we're like searching around, and we're taking a lot of time searching around to find the right video to learn different things. If you're learning guitar, of course. And, but I want to eliminate you searching around and just have it all in one place. But I would like feedback. So, I'll leave like a form or a survey, very short. If you're interested in purchasing a course that has what you would like, that solves the pain points that you're dealing with, and even like a price suggestion, you know what I'm saying? I'll meet it in the middle a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I will leave that in the description so that those of you who feel free to fill it out. If you don't want to fill it out, whatever. I hope you enjoyed the video. But if it could be of any help to you, I can use that feedback to actually curate my course, and maybe you can hop on this journey with me, you know what I'm saying? And I just, in order for me to really spend time, it has to be incentivized. Okay. And then I have to sell a course to you. And by me being incentivized, I can spend more time on it. Okay. So just like your time is valuable, my time is valuable as well. So if there are no questions, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. And I will mention there's another way to play this. I know I kind of did it, but I'll just share it one more time. So every chord has inversions. Okay. So we're not limited to only playing a chord like, that one way that we're shown. I sound funny real quick. Let me do this. At least I feel like I sound funny. Let me do this. Change my interface back. There we go. Anyway, but there are multiple ways that you can play chords. So just like there's one way that you can play a C minor seventh. Okay. Another way that you can play a C minor seventh is actually here. So that's a different position in a different place on the neck. So you can play it here, which is, I've already showed you how to play that from the 3rd fret. But if you go to the 8th fret, you can play that, which is the same shape as the G minor 7th that you had up here. But you can, all right, so if you were to play that shape on the 8th fret, you can play the inversion of the G minor 7th up here. So instead of playing, you could also play I slid because that was a mistake. But here it is. Back to the chord. So, and you can play on other parts of the neck as well. Just like this chord, another way you can play this chord is actually in the version here. Both of those chords are the same chord. Same exact chord, just a different order. So you could, instead of playing this, you could also play. You know, a person could actually get real creative. So you can play it multiple ways. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Boom, doom, doom. So that bridge, those last chords on that bridge, some chords that you play on keys and on organ is sometimes kind of tricky on guitar, to be honest with you. And some things that are easier on guitar is actually kind of tricky on keyboard too. Not everything, but that's actually true. Vice versa. So just like you hear a lot of guitar players doing this, you can't really do that on piano. You can, but you gotta it doesn't sound the same. You know what I'm saying? So, or let me play that with the drums. I was just seeing if I could finger pick it on rhythm. I did all right. I got to practice that more so I can get it more clean. But all right, Brian, I appreciate you chiming in. All right. Hope I see you again. And for the gentleman who actually requested it, I hope you see this and I hope that it was helpful. Anthony Thornhill, 8715. I appreciate you. Appreciate you requesting the song, and yeah, hope it was helpful to you. And anyone else, if you got any song suggestions during my spare time, if I can learn it fast enough. He asked about this, I think earlier today. So I had thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I had a little time to just kind of hop on here real quick. So what's good, Myers? What were you on here before? And I believe you were asking me, I'm talking to Myers right now. I believe you were asking me a question and I had already hopped off. I believe. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But yeah, I just figured I would ask. But yeah, if all hearts and minds are clear, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, and I'll definitely wow, from Brazil. That's what's up. You know what? Brazilian guitarists. Nice. Thank you for stopping by. Let me know if you got questions. I love Brazilian guitar players. I love Brazilian music. Guitar music in particular. I love it. I love goodness. I love that stuff. I love that vibe. And like the chord structure, I think it's real cool. I might do a lesson on like Brazilian guitar when I have it real clean. Like you gotta really know what you're doing when you're playing that stuff. whatever. I know y'all like, what is he doing? Hey man, playing guitar. But yeah, if I don't have any questions, or if you all don't have any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. But otherwise, I mean, I'm free, so I'm definitely free to answer questions if you got any. So I'll stick around. But the song that I was going over, I'm sure y'all know. I mean, you all clicked on the video, song by Darius Rucker, Wild Ones. I definitely went over it. And it's funny, like as simple as that chord progression is, I was having the hardest time playing that. But it's a cool little song. It's a cool little song. Wrong chord. And I'll say this too. I'll say this about guitar players. A lot of us are so hung up on, playing like the pretty chords. But when you put on a beat, we cannot keep a beat for nothing. Like I would encourage guitar players to be able to stay in time. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're strumming like and one way that I stay in time, sometimes I go behind the beat rather than the head of the beat. It just sounds better. So not doing this. Let's not do that. James Brown or I'm playing random chords, but I'm just trying to do a rhythm. Alright. So, but yeah, doing this song and actually keeping no. Okay, let me answer your question. I am using the impulse responses, y'all. I tried to do it. I wasn't successful at it. I'm using a DSM Humboldt. Do you know what that is? It's a direct box, but it's like a little amp. It's like a little amp, and it got a lot of parameters like an amp does. And but yeah, it's called a DSM. Oh, the DSM Simplifier. That's what I'm using. Deluxe or DLX. That's what I'm using. And it has the tone. Man, the way they was able to like dial it in. It's just so right. So yeah, man, that's what I'm using. Now, for the record, I do have a Line 6 HX Stomp. I use that for like other effects, and I got a Strymon. Let me see. Let me move this real quick. All right. I don't know if you can see, but all right. Excuse me. All right. Here it is. This right here. That's what I use. That's the amp. Let me shine a light on it. See that? It's a DSM Humboldt Simplifier. That's the actual tone that you hear. But all my distortions are that rev pedal, the overdrive pedal. I got the Big Sky, and I got the HX Stomp. So, yeah. Yep. That's what I'm using. I got a bunch of other stuff over here too, but I ain't gonna go over all that stuff. That's just a bunch of other. Yeah, man, it's just a few. It's just a few pedals. It's just a few pedals. It it got all my tones. If I wanted to do my distortions. So that was that red pedal I showed you. So yeah. I love the reverbs and the delay, but it wouldn't be any justice. It wouldn't give it any justice for me to do it because this software that I use, it only does it in mono, and that is crazy. So I would rather do it in stereo where you can like put on headphones and stuff and you can hear how wide it is. It's crazy. But you say HX. I don't know what that means, but that is a HX stomp though. Do you mean version 3? But it's the HX stomp though. Keith, what's good, man? What's good, man? Y'all up late, man. I didn't think y'all was gonna be. I didn't think y'all was gonna be coming on like that. I didn't think y'all was gonna be coming on, but yeah, that's the HX stomp, and I got a volume pedal. I got a volume pedal on here. I got a compressor pedal, and yeah. But the tone pretty much comes from that. I can put a little more volume. But yeah, let me play the drum track again because I like talking about rhythm and all that other stuff and how important that is. And again, if y'all got questions, just chime in if there are any questions that you have. So that little trick, it is kind of tricky. That does take time to actually develop. To do it in time. I'm gonna show that other part. So I'm doing them different ways, even though I'm playing like the same chord progression. And I'm just doing extra stuff because people, I see more people on like, why y'all be coming on the live and don't be saying nothing? I appreciate y'all who came up in the comment, but some of y'all must be driving. But when it comes to guitar playing, playing anything, one way to not be limited in just playing this same chord progression the whole time is just knowing some of your chord voicings, different voicings that you can actually pick from so that you're not only playing. Okay. Instead of playing this, you can also play. You can play something like a voicing like that. So you have different choices to actually pick from. Okay. it's important to have something to actually pick from. Okay. And one thing I didn't talk about actually, because I didn't think I was gonna be on this long, but actually like playing. I mean, this song wouldn't probably be as appropriate for this, but actually knowing if you wanted to play scales on top of those chords, having the knowledge to do it if it called for it, okay, or if it was necessary at that time. So if you're playing the chords, and you're going, if you want to go, that's wrong. I'm saying, if you wanted to, you could kind of break out into that kind of thing, like on the spot. Little riffs. All right. Yeah, y'all. If ain't no more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. And I'll say one last time. I will have in the description. I should have had it before I came on. Just like a link to. Let me stop this. I will have in the description a link to a form or a survey. I am curating a course that is addressing current pain points, okay, so that you're not scattered all over the internet. I know there are several guitar teachers, but I'm a guitar teacher. I mean, if this works for you, who I like using the recording process. I like using the music production process as a part of the guitar learning process, because that's how I learned. I was someone who, I bought a guitar and I just started recording tracks, and that's the thing that kept my attention. Okay, what kept my attention was the fact that I had something to actually, please. I mean, you play trumpet, Keith, but you know what I'm saying? It's not really for trumpet. It's for guitar. You know what I'm saying? The HX Stomp has like the different like effects. The Simplifier DLX is more like guitar tone. It's like a DI box, basically. But it's more time efficient and effective to not have to go to this teacher for this and go to this teacher for that. And first of all, I think you should have a teacher, and even if it's not me, like, go invest and, pay the money, because that it'll help you stay centered. Okay. And you can be on that journey with them. But if I'm a good fit for you, what will be incorporated in the course is also recording, not just learning guitar. It's learning these chords, and actually let's record it to measure your progress. Okay. And you're not limited to using Logic Pro. You know what I'm saying? If you got a laptop and you ain't got no money, download Audacity. It's free. And if all you got is a PC, you could do that. If you got a MacBook Pro, download GarageBand if you don't have no money. If you don't have a laptop, there are apps. There are apps for your phone. Everybody got a phone. Everybody. So if you ain't got a phone, I don't know what to do for you. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm just saying, there are apps, and and we can go over all that stuff, okay? But it'll be curated all in one place, all right? And to start it off, I'm gonna have it at a real decent price. So for any of you, if this is for you, the earlier you get on, the better. I'm gonna just say that, because the price is gonna gradually go up, because those who are in the community, they're gonna make suggestions, and I'm going to add to the course. And the people who are in the course, they ain't got to pay again because they're already in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to charge you because I add stuff to it. I'm not going to do that. My favorite song, I don't have favorites of anything. I got a favorite woman. That's my wife. But I can tell you the song that caught my attention. I just told you about music production. The thing, I didn't buy my first guitar till I was 21. So that's when I actually first put my hands on a guitar and first really just started to learn. So that was that. But when I was a kid, I heard George Benson. That's Breezing. So let me see. Oh. Yeah. So I don't know if you ever heard of Breezing by George Benson. The chord progression is and then these flutes go. I haven't played that song in years. I haven't tried to play it. But yeah, that's the song. It's called Breezing. And that's how it goes the whole way. And what caught me with that song was this line. And the first time I bought a guitar, this was one of the first things that I practiced. That's probably why it's the muscle memory. I haven't played this in probably 10 years. Literally until you asked. That's another thing about guitar is that anything, first of all, because there's muscle memory associated with anything. There's muscle memory with anything physical, but memory itself, there's just prints, recorded in your brain, Once the root is set in that, once the I don't know the word, once the neuroelasticity takes root, it's easy to trace it again, basically. So yeah. And when I first got a guitar, that was the line. I was like, I'm trying to figure this thing out, man. I'm like, how is his fingers doing that? And then I just kept sitting with it. And then sometimes I'll play a note and then it was like, okay, yeah, that's not the right note, So, and then I noticed that you could play a scale on one string. And then I noticed you could do it on different strings. Okay, so, and with George Benson, what I learned is that he uses a lot of chromatics. So he does that a lot. So yeah. yeah, that's what he does. But that song helped me to learn scales. It got me interested in playing scales because the way he would do stuff, and he's a really fast player. He's like 80. He still be burning on guitar. So, but yeah, it's George Benson is one guy, and who I looked at. I don't listen to him that much no more, but I love Breezing. Breezing is one song I love. Another song is Affirmations. Affirmation is it goes something like that. I've never ever played that song. I just thought about it, but I think that's how it goes. So those are my two favorite songs, but he's probably most known for Broadway. It's a song called Broadway. I think that was like one of his hits. So yeah, for me that and then after that was stuff by like groups like Tony. They sing like Anniversary, and they had a lot of guitar inside their music at that time in like the 90s. So yeah, man. And that's where it is. So Anniversary, I don't know if you ever heard of that song. I don't even know if I know how to play it. I did a lesson on it. They did stuff like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now I like it better with an amp, and I think Jubu Smith was playing that song. He played the guitar on that song. But that's that's that sound, that quartet sound. That's something that I like. So I like the jazz sound. I like the quartet sound, and I like fusion. I like how fusion guitar. I like that. And my favorite fusion player, and I know I said I don't have no favorites, but my favorite fusion player, in particular, is Greg Howe. So he's, in my opinion, between Greg Howe and Guthrie Govan. They're just like, whew, you know what I'm saying? I love their playing. Have y'all heard of them? I know y'all heard of. I gotta look. I've heard of that. I've heard of that, but I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up because I played a lot of stuff that I don't be knowing the name of it, so I just be listening to stuff. But I mean that's the clean stuff. You know, you got all the little whammy clean stuff. Or but then you also have, you know, all the, let me crank this up real quick. I'm saying? You got that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I like the dirt too. I like the clean and I like the dirt as well. So I like both. I'm a real mellow guy, but you know, I like to do a nice solo every now and then too. So, you know, like crazy overdrive. Give me the crazy, like, I'm not like a death metal guy. That's not me. But the squeals and the, you know, I'm not the best at it, but you know, I could do a nice little almost dive bomb. Wrong pickup. I need an active guitar. So, yeah. But yeah, man, I'm just rambling, y'all. I'm just rambling. But yeah, if y'all have no suggestions, and maybe I'll check that out. The Colors by Black Pumas. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna definitely check that out for sure. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna head out. If all hearts and minds are clear, I'll head out. I really do appreciate y'all hanging out. Like, that's what's up. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, feel free to drop me a line, like Kashif Music. I mean, clearly I'm the Guitar Players Club on YouTube by Kashif Music, but on IG it's just straight Kashif Music. Even though I have a Guitar Players Club page, but Kashif Music, then Kashif Music on TikTok, and I got a Kashif Music Facebook page too, and KashifMusic.com as well. But I mean, you can message me on those in one of those ways if y'all just want to chop it up and just converse. It's whatever. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all hanging out, and I hope this was informative. All right, peace.